Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur Middle East. We're here in the wonderful offices of Geidea. With me is the one and only, their CEO here in the UAE, it's Pankaj Kundra. What a pleasure meeting you, and thank you so much for the warm welcome.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me today on the show.
How's everything? How was your day?
Very good. As you know, I'm relatively new to Geidea.
Yes.
I joined a few months back, and so it's quite action-packed, to manage various
Okay.
aspects of the business.
It's great to hear that Geidea welcomed you in the last few months and that you're kicking off your journey here. But before we start with that, let's go a bit back in time. Tell me a little bit about your professional experience and your career and how you've started off here in the UAE.
Yeah, no, thank you. I have been working in Middle East for the last 20 odd years. I come out of India and started my journey as a banker with Citibank, and then with Citibank I went to various countries. Started with Bahrain in 2004, and from Bahrain I went to Egypt, worked there, and came to UAE in I think around 2007. And since then I've been in UAE. Had a few stints outside UAE, some projects in KSA, one stint back in Egypt with another bank. But for the last 15 years, I have been working in the payments domain within the financial services. So that's my quick summary of my experience so far, and now with Geidea.
And it's great to hear that you actually entered that fintech train, from traditional banking into it, because I feel like it is the future. I know that they need to work together eventually, but it's great to be on the fintech side of things as well, right? Than stick with traditional banking.
It is quite exciting.
Yeah.
It is quite exciting. It's fast evolving. It's very innovative, and it's changing quite fast.
Right, especially now with all the tech and the AI and everything that we have included in it. But do you speak Arabic? Do you understand it? You've been here
Sure,
for
sure.
quite a while.
A little bit. I would.
It's okay, don't worry. This interview will be in English. I've just started my lessons. So run me through the life of a CEO here in the UAE of Geidea. How does your day look like usually?
Well, the day is quite packed, but I try to focus on the high impact items early in the morning. So typically the first half of the day is to focus on 2 or 3 big things that can make our business grow faster. And I think the rest of the day is then filled with some external meetings and some reviews sometimes.
Right.
So it's quite packed, but also very exciting. When you see the business growing, when you see your brand spreading in the market, so it energizes you on a daily basis.
100%. Would you say that since you're new, you have high expectations of yourself in the next year here in the company?
Well, I think I do, and not only because I have high expectations of me, but I think a wonderful platform that Geidea has offered for me and along with my team to build on it. We are a fully regulated entity with having license from UAE Central Bank, and with such fantastic legacy for the payment platform that we have. It's exciting because you want to put your energies behind a cause and a purpose which has a high degree of success. So I think we are onto something really special, something meaningful, something purposeful. So yes, I'm quite excited about it.
For sure, for sure. So if you can explain to our audience, that very special thing about Geidea, if you can explain to them how it all started, what you guys are all about, what are your visions?
So let me start by sharing the logic behind Geidea. A lot of people ask me that what is this name Geidea and what does it stand for?
So, and why is the spelling so difficult?
And why the spelling so difficult? So probably my explanation should make it a little easier, for everybody to understand this. So it was bought. The whole thing was born out of 2 words, which is genius and idea. So our founder and our chairman came with this idea, came up with this idea in Saudi, and so if you add genius plus idea, it's it comes to Geidea. So that's a little easy way to remember Geidea and how to pronounce Geidea.
Yeah.
It's a combination of 2 words, genius and idea.
He was very proud of his product.
Yeah, I think it was little. I would say it was the need of the hour. the KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, was on the cusp of getting digitized. And I think our founder was at the right place at the right time.
When was this?
And this was somewhere in 2008.
Okay.
And the penetration of digital payments was quite low at that time in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the government and the regulator came with a significant policy change to digitize the economy. And I think that is where Geidea was born. And hence this genius idea coming together and we've built a very strong brand out of it in the last 15 years.
Amazing. So what's new here in the UAE?
So Geidea is one of the largest non-bank acquiring company in Saudi Arabia, and as of now we are available in, or we are working in Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and UAE. UAE, we started our journey about 4 years ago, and I would say a big milestone was achieved last year when we were given the license by the UAE Central Bank. And once you have the regulatory license granted to you after a lot of testing and after a thorough application process, it really gives you wings to fly. So we already had a very strong tech platform. We had a very strong understanding of the payments ecosystem, payments market, and with this license, we are now very excited to take the business to a very large scale in the UAE.
And I mean, since you mentioned regulations, I have here a note that I wanted to ask you: how difficult is it to actually balance innovation with the need for that regulatory compliance?
I think we are very fortunate to be in a region which is promoting innovation. Right from the leadership of the country to the regulatory environment to the whole thought process. The innovation is welcomed not only by companies like us, but innovation is welcomed by regulators. Innovation is welcomed by our customers, our merchants, who always want to be at the cutting edge of technology. UAE, we are also very fortunate that we have a huge influx of tourists coming here. People from various countries in the world are traveling to Dubai and UAE, and they generally want to pay with their favorite payment method. So I would say that to cater to that kind of consumer base, the merchants and fintechs like us have a fantastic opportunity to upscale and upgrade our technology platform, every now and then.
And you wouldn't say that it's difficult to constantly think about innovation, because I believe, we've spoiled our clients here quite a lot with a lot of things. Do you feel like it's difficult to sometimes constantly be that benchmark for the world? Or do you think it motivates you?
Yeah, I think it's a very encouraging environment. From regulatory perspective, they understand the value of innovation, and they are proactive in the policy making. And as long as as long as you follow the policy in letter and spirit and balance it with your innovation roadmap, you can build a very strong business, a very clear, differentiated value proposition for your merchants and for your customers in the payments industry in the UAE.
Right. And I believe also, in order to make that strong business, you need an extremely strong team. Tell me a little bit about the team that you have here in Geidea and sort of the proud moments that you've had with them in the last few months.
Well, I think the Geidea as a company is very customer centric, and the entire roadmap of what we offer comes from a deep market research, deep understanding of our customer needs. And from a talent pool perspective, the company is in a very fortunate position that we have a very strong R&D division, which continues to do research and development and come out with unique differentiated product proposition for all the markets that we operate.
You're constantly evolving, basically.
Constantly evolving in different payment methods. It could be tokenization. It could be many things, within the payments world. And as far as UAE is concerned, I think we've got one of the best talent pools within the payment industry in the UAE. people have come together with very diverse backgrounds, very extensive experience in payments industry. When it comes to risk management, when it comes to the finance unit that we have, whether it comes to business development, relationship managers, data scientists, so right across all capabilities of running a successful business, I think we are very fortunate to have a very strong team in place now.
What would you say sets you guys apart from competitors, from other payment solutions?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. There are many aspects that differentiate Geidea when we compare it with the competitors in the market. Let me start by making the first important differentiating factor that Geidea is the only payment acquirer which is available in UAE, KSA, and Egypt. Now, this is a big differentiator. There are many acquirers in the market,
but they're local.
But they are some of them are local, some of they are in more countries than one. But there is I can't remember of anybody who's available in all the three countries. And why these three countries are very important? These are the three high growth countries with the maximum population. If you take UAE, give or take 14-15 million population. If you take Saudi Arabia, 35 to 40 million population. If you take Egypt, close to 110 million population. So these are three large markets in the region growing at a very fast pace. And from even when we look at the merchant side, which is our consumers, our customers, they are all expanding in this region. And there's a lot of focus going in the companies based in UAE to expand to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and to Egypt. So there are many examples that are in the market. So I think we are uniquely positioned with a single relationship manager or the single point of contact. Our merchants can open their relationships with Geidea across these three countries. So that makes us really unique. I would say that the second most differentiating factor that we offer is that based on our deep R&D investments, we are able to provide our merchants a single sign-on portal in which they can view the transactions happening at their stores across these three countries on a real-time basis. There are many competitors who would provide the access to the data for their customers across three different portals with a different sign-ons. When I say sign-ons, means that one has to go into three different portals to see the transactions that are happening. And very few can match our expertise of showing those transactions on a real-time basis, so that the businesses, our customers, can make real-time decisions
and keep the data
looking at
as
that
well.
data. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. So, and there are many other things. We are very strongly rooted fintech company, we are very innovative. We are quite agile because merchants continue to be continue to evolve, and as they evolve their businesses, their requirements change. And I think they are very happy with fintech like Geidea, which is agile and can make adjustments in sometimes reporting, sometimes in providing the information at the right time, tailor making certain solutions, at times integrations, which are very important for merchants. We are able to deliver them much faster, much better, and in a very cost-effective way.
Which obviously makes them happier, especially the cost-effective part. But to go back to the fact that you guys do operate in all these different regions and countries, would you say that you use the same business model everywhere, or do you need to make changes depending on the populations? How does that work? Do you sit down with the rest of the CEOs and board members and you discuss what are the differences and similarities between those models that you're making in each country?
So I think the strategy for each country is slightly different because
it should be, right?
It is, yes, you're right. And it's coming because of the opportunity that each market offers and the need of that market. To give you some examples, in Egypt, bill payments and financial inclusion is a very big play, and our business understands that requirement well and has built the strategy around that market reality and that market opportunity that Egypt offers. When it comes to UAE, we are focusing on three main segments, if I can call. We've got a very big small and medium enterprise, the SME segment that we cater. We have a large enterprise. It could be multinational brands, it could be large local corporates with hundreds of outlets, multiple brands, and then there could be government services. So we are focused on these three segments in the UAE.
Perfect. So it's important to see that you guys change your business models because at the end of the day, you need to specialize to the people. If we're more digitalized here and we have more governmental support, we should develop that sector more. Whereas in Egypt, it's a bit different. But I think the core to all of your business models at the end of the day should be trust and security, especially when we're dealing with fintech, when we're dealing with payment solutions. How would you say, what are those main technologies that you use when it comes to trust and security? And how do you make sure, that your product at the end of the day is trustworthy and you have those loyal customers that come back?
Very relevant question. Safety and security in transaction processing is the heartbeat. So, it cannot stop at any point in time. It needs a 24/7 monitoring and the highest level of compliance. So I'm delighted to share that Geidea, in all the countries that we operate, are fully PCI compliant, and PCI is a gold standard in the certificate that you can get from security and safety perspective. Not only that, we have AI driving our 24/7 fraud monitoring, which we use for all transactions that we process, making sure that our merchants get the highest level of not only of safety and security when they are processing their transactions through Geidea. So we strongly believe that the speed of processing and the security of all the transactions that we process should both be going hand in hand as we build our businesses. So to give you an example, to give you the example of our scale and size, we have the largest number of POS terminals operational in KSA as compared to any other player in the kingdom. So what I'm trying to say is that we are built for managing very large scale businesses.
Of course.
And as we build our businesses in other countries like Egypt, UAE and beyond, we will leverage on very rich experience and expertise that we have in the payment processing business.
100%. And you did mention AI. I'm happy you did. So let's speak a little bit about that. How do you guys integrate AI in your business? How important is AI in your opinion? And where it's going to take us, in the next couple of years, because it's growing every day and it's changing every day, and it's difficult to keep up with all of the new technologies, that we're receiving with it. So what's your opinion on all that?
That's right. See, we are a strong believer as a company and myself as an individual that AI is the future, and AI is changing the way we even search, on an individual level. But when it comes to enterprise like Geidea, AI is already playing a very important role in the way we manage our data, in the way we track millions of transactions on a daily basis. The AI is using the large language models that we are utilizing from some of the vendors that we work with, to use their tools and process our data using those tools to have the highest level of understanding and decision making on payment processing. So I give you the examples of fraud monitoring. We have a 24/7 fraud monitoring tools which are running on the AI platform, which basically ensures that we are able to stop the transactions which have high propensity of being fraudulent, and hence not impacting the bulk, the big portion of genuine transactions. So it helps everybody in the ecosystem. It helps our merchants to get highest approval rates with us. It minimizes any fraud risk that we carry as an organization, and as a result, our merchants get the maximum output, and we minimize any losses during the transaction. So this is just one example of how we are utilizing AI. There are multiple other projects that are going on, that are in the pipeline. to utilize AI in our day-to-day business as we serve millions of customers.
Right. That's something that you can use both externally and internally, and it can make it a bit more efficient, I would say, the whole situation. But another question for you, as a CEO, would you say that AI will eventually, create more jobs than it eliminates, or will it be the other way around? It's, the $1 million question that everybody's asking, what's going to happen to the workplace? What's your take on that?
Look, my personal view on this is that the nature of job, nature of jobs is going to change. So AI is going to play an important role in almost every job, especially the entry level jobs. So I think as an organization, we encourage everybody to adapt to the changing world, and perhaps get more educated, get more well versed with
Right.
the AI tools that are available. So whether it's the content creation, or is it the a lead management, or sales management. There are so many tools which are today helping to increase the productivity. So I think in short, I would say that the nature of job, or the quality of job is definitely going to change for everybody, and especially from entry to middle management level. And it's critical for businesses and individuals to adopt AI as soon as possible.
Of course, and it's going to be that natural evolution, I think, that always happened. We started driving cars from horses, we started using electricity from candles. We're in that in between period now, and I think the most important thing here is education. Because why do people, let's say in Europe, fear AI so much? Because they're not educated enough, like we are here, on how to utilize it and how it can help you. They believe it's this big bad monster that's going to take over the world. But eventually, the government support here, I think, and the education that we're getting on it and the training is just incredible. And hence why we're going to be used as a benchmark, I think, in the rest of the world when it comes to AI. So it's great to see that you guys are utilizing it to its full potential. Tell me, next couple of years, what are sort of your visions, expansion plans? Where can we see Geidea going towards?
Yeah, look, the great question. I think that market is ready for a player like Geidea to come in and provide differentiated tools and payment processing capability to thousands of merchants in UAE. While we are able to address the requirements of all segments, I mentioned earlier government segment, which are all the government services, then very large enterprise customers, including MNC brands and large local corporates, and on the SME side, where we have a huge market with a lot of unmet needs, if I can say. So Geidea in the next 2 to 3 years should be able to reach out to all these 3 segments for payment processing, and provide the latest cutting edge tools and services to enhance their businesses, to enhance the way they manage their businesses, and along with the highest level of security and controls.
I love the way you wrap that in a little bow. It's perfect, yeah. And you've just mentioned SMEs, and I believe it's just such an important sector. So if we can dig a little bit deeper into that, how do you plan on servicing those SMEs and sort of focusing your business in the coming years on them?
Yeah, no, thank you for asking this very important question. SMEs are the backbone, of any economy, and UAE is no different. I think that there is a significant amount of unmet requirements, or unmet sophisticated solutions and products which should be available for the SME segment. Geidea is very well positioned because we understand this segment very well. Today, to run any cafe or a shop or any small and medium enterprise, an SME owner or the team of that SME business needs to work with multiple vendors just for payment processing. I'll give you an example that a cafe today has to manage their entire inventory management system, their account management system, their payrolls, etc., using using a vendor for the ECR, which is a short form for electronic cash register. They need to work with another vendor to get the payment terminals to accept payments. They perhaps are working with another vendor when it comes to sending payment links in certain use cases. Geidea brings all of that together as a single provider of, let's call it, business in a box. So Geidea is today a one-stop shop for any merchant who's either setting up their business or it's already running a business, but managing this complexity of multiple vendors, multiple invoices, multiple payments, all that can be simplified with a single relationship with Geidea.
Which is at the end of the day what they need.
So it makes their life very easy, very simple, and it provides them a great combination of buying all the services that are required to run their business, right from inventory management to loyalty management to QR codes to the hardware and the software. So we provide that complete integrated experience, which so far was only available for very large enterprise customers. Geidea is making it possible for the SME sector in UAE. And we are already seeing the success of this model. We have thousands of SME merchants who are signing up with us on a monthly basis. And it is just growing, through word of mouth. And hopefully you'll see even more aggressive marketing campaigns from us in the coming quarters.
But that's the second thing I wanted to ask you. What sort of clients do you work with? If you can name a few that you're currently in partnership with.
Well, I think it won't be fair for me to take the names of some partners. But
what sectors are they?
So we, like I mentioned, that we are servicing all sectors of the economy. SME is a bulk of the whole market in terms of number of merchants. So yes, we have a lot of merchants who are signing up with us on the SME side. Then on the large enterprise side, we work very closely with our banking partners, with many large groups. We also leverage on our significant relationships in Saudi Arabia and Egypt, where we serve a large portion of the market, and a lot of those businesses are setting up or extending their businesses to UAE. So we are here to serve them as well. And of course, we are working in various stages with many other customers in the economy, which I think hopefully you'll see in the next few months.
Amazing. No, and I wish you guys the best of luck. I think you have such an amazing product, and I'm excited, honestly, to see where it's going to go. Couple more questions for you. Obviously, you need to have the top talent in the company to lead all of this. How would you say, as a CEO, as a leader, how do you retain that talent, and how do you find the right talent that's going to fit in exactly into your work culture? And what sort of work culture are you trying to build here in Geidea?
Again, a great question. I think that to build any successful business, as I say, it takes a village. So it's never one star here and there. For if you want to build a very strong foundation and to grow business in a sustainable way. I think we have been fortunate that we've been able to attract top talent in the market. And I think that top talent is getting attracted to a very open work environment, to a very open culture where the strategy and the updates are shared in a very transparent way with all the internal stakeholders. So whether you're working in operations or finance or risk management or marketing or technology, the amount of information or the amount of updates that we are sharing with them is similar to what we would share with the frontline business teams. So I think that if I have to put three things, which are driving our ability to attract and retain talent, one would be a very open environment. Second would be very open communication. And third would be, I would say, to be extremely fair in terms of recognizing the efforts and results of all individuals across the company.
So important.
So I think the timely recognition and an open environment, open communication. If we can consistently deliver that, which we plan to do, I think we'll continue to retain and attract more talent in our journey going
100%.
forward.
100%. What would you say is your personal definition of success?
Well, my personal definition of success is that, are you feeling excited every morning when when you're driving to work or when you're going to work? Are you excited about it? If you're excited about it, it means that you're on the right track. You're doing something right, and to me, that is the most fulfilling part of a professional life. That, are you feeling excited to go to your work every day? And
Does success equal money?
well, the I would say in the beginning it looks like that, but as you embark on the journey, it becomes important, but it becomes a byproduct of success.
Right.
So that's how I look at it.
Do you have a family?
I do.
It's important to keep that work-life balance as well, right?
I think work-life balance is very important. It energizes you, it re-energizes you on a daily basis, and
Re-energizes, yes.
going forward. So we believe that everybody should follow a decent work-life balance.
Right.
That means that we need to make sure that we have the right human resources, managing the right scope of work, and which is the case in Geidea. So
Right.
so I think we are good on that part.
Yeah, and I like what you said about money as well. I feel like in the beginning when you first taste it, it's looks like something that's going to be your biggest motivator, but then as you get older, you realize that what you leave for the people in the company, what sort of legacy you leave, how happy and healthy is your family at the end of the day. All those things become way more important. Yes, of course, money can buy comfort, but the reason why I'm asking all these questions is because there's been a tremendous amount of, I think, interviews I've done with CEOs and founders, and when I ask them the question, are they happy? They don't seem to be. They are successful and they have everything that they want in life, but they're not happy. They're not content internally. And why does that happen here in Dubai? Why is that line between internal happiness and materialistic happiness so thin, and people slide into the money making machine? But it's just great to dig your brains a little bit as a CEO, what you think about all these things, because at the end of the day, you did create such an empire behind you, and to come to the stage of being a CEO is not easy. It's not easy, and you have a lot of people that are under you and that you're responsible for, a lot of lives. How do you deal with that responsibility? Is it difficult?
No, I don't think it is difficult. I think it's motivating. It's motivating when you're responsible for your team. It drives you. It drives you to make the right decisions. It drives you to go the extra mile, and it drives you to make sure that on your watch, the company meets its objectives, its financial objectives, its social objectives, and I think that I've been quite fortunate to get a very solid team behind me, and we're all passionate and focused in making Geidea a big brand in UAE.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear, because the environment that you create in the office is what your clients and merchants are going to see eventually once you start working with them. Tell me, what sort of pieces of advice do you have for the younger generations that would like to enter fintech, or in general, anybody that would like to enter the financial space here in the UAE?
Now, I would say that to start with, UAE is fantastically positioned globally uh, to attract talent and to provide wonderful opportunities for entrepreneurs, for the fintechs to come in. And we can already see, the number of companies, the number of entrepreneurs coming into this country across the wide spectrum of fintech. So that part is already checked. That it's a great place to come and make your vision a reality.
Right.
The regulatory environment is also very welcoming. So it's easy to set up the businesses. It's easy to hire people, and easy to get going quickly in this market. And last but not the least, I think the market itself is very receptive to innovation. It's very receptive to even disruptive ideas. And there are just so many examples in fintechs today where the founders and companies are getting established here and challenging the norm by providing a very unique and earlier unthinkable kind of solutions to the problems.
Right.
So I think it's great, and I would say it's a fantastic opportunity.
Sky's the limit
Sky's
when
the
it
limit.
comes to Dubai. Tell me one more thing. What sort of final messages would you have when it comes to, the vision and the missions and the legacies that would you like to leave behind? What sort of excites you about the fintech space and about Geidea? If you want to leave any final messages for our audience.
Well, I have just started the journey, so I think it's too early for me to think about what I want to leave behind. But I would say that what I would like to build upon is a lot of solid foundation that I would say the earlier team or my predecessors have put together for Geidea UAE, and as a fully licensed entity in the UAE with very rich history of being a very successful fintech coming out of the region, coming out of Saudi Arabia. Uh, I see in the next couple of years, Geidea name really growing in terms of its equity in UAE, and serving thousands of merchants for their payment processing in the UAE.
Amazing. Inshallah. We really hope you guys manage to reach that point. Now, before we end our interview, I have a couple of trivia questions for you.
Please.
You can take a think about it. You have to pick a card.
Okay.
I do this at the end of all of my interviews. All right. How do you make decisions when you don't have all the answers? Tell us, Mr. CEO.
Okay.
How do you do it?
Okay. If I do not have complete information, I try to take advice
Okay.
from the people that I believe would have more information about that subject,
Okay.
and then make a decision. So
Are they
I try
usually
to, sorry,
people within your company or outside?
could
or
be
your
outside as
family?
well.
Okay.
Could be outside as well, because at times you don't have, when you don't have the complete information. So you have two choices: either you go with your instinct and your past experience, or you want to club your instinct with maybe a third party information, or take advice. There are many legends in the market, there are many think tanks in the market that you can always leverage, and they are always welcoming. I mean,
Right.
that's at least in my experience. Whenever I have made a call and whenever I've met anybody to seek advice, I was pleasantly surprised at how welcoming they are.
Really?
And it
Okay.
helps you to get their insights, and it strengthens your conviction in making a decision.
100%. But also, I think trusting your intuition and your gut is extremely important.
It is important.
Maybe that one call helps you, feel what the right decision is.
Yes, maybe you have a bias on the decision coming based on your intuition.
Yeah.
But if you can substantiate, at least you try to substantiate, to the extent possible, and then but some decisions are very time bound, so it's important to take the decisions.
Right.
So you can't delay the decisions. That is also very
Which is
important.
what we love doing, I think, as humans. It's just
So-
delay.
Procrastination is not
Yeah.
generally recommended.
Let's end off this interview on that note. Say no to procrastination, guys. What a pleasure speaking to you. So much wisdom, so much experience. We love to hearing about the company and about where your visions are going to. And we wish you the best of luck in achieving all of those and reaching your expectations. And thank you so much for this interview today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
To many more, I think we're going to see you way more on Entrepreneur Middle East. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.